After Russia fired more than 70 missiles in one of the biggest attacks on Ukraine, Russian President Vladimir Putin reportedly held extensive meetings with the military top brass overseeing Russia's campaign in Ukraine. Moscow has stepped up bombardments in Ukraine. A statement released by the Kremlin on Saturday read, "On Friday, the president spent the whole day at the army staff involved in the special military operation in Ukraine." Putin held a meeting with Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu and Chief of General Staff Valery Gerasimov and held separate discussions with commanders from different defense branches. Russia's state television showed Putin talking to the top military brass and was heard seeking proposals on further Russian action in Ukraine in the short and medium term. Russia since October has pursued an aerial onslaught against what Moscow says are military-linked facilities. Russia launched a barrage of missiles on Friday on multiple cities in Ukraine, plunging them into darkness, cutting water and heat, and forcing people to endure sub-zero temperatures. After a series of embarrassing battlefield defeats, Russia since October has pursued an aerial onslaught against what Moscow says are military-linked facilities. France and the European Union said that the suffering inflicted on freezing civilians constitutes war crimes, with the bloc's foreign policy chief calling the bombings barbaric. NATO believes that Russia is all prepared for a long, grinding war and warns that the president should not be underestimated. Responding to the fresh waves of attack by Russia and biggest still now, Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky said that Russia has enough missiles to carry out yet more heavy strikes against Ukraine. Kyiv has accused Moscow of using winter as a weapon by targeting essential facilities as temperatures drop. But Russia's president earlier this month vowed to continue to batter Ukraine's infrastructure, saying that criticism of Russia's strikes would not interfere with its combat missions. Part of the Ukrainian capital remained without power and heating on Saturday, the city's mayor Vitaly Klitschko said. But water supplies have now been fully restored in the city. Power has been restored in the country's second city of Kharkiv, authorities said, after it was left without electricity for hours following Friday's waves of strike that targeted energy stations across the country. Local officials said that as many as 9 power facilities were hit as Russian forces fired 76 missiles and carried out drone attacks. Kharkiv's mayor said that the city suffered colossal damage. The alarm was raised across Ukraine on Friday, and Commander-in-Chief General Valery Zaluzny said that air defenses had intercepted 60 of the 76 missiles fired, most of them cruise missiles. Kyiv city officials said that about 40 missiles had been fired at the capital alone, one of the biggest barrage since Russia's 24th February invasion.